Oi, oi. It's a bit fucking chilly, eh? So today we're recording a new video. New video topic on why social skills is extremely, really unfair as an advantage in today's society. I'll give you a bit of a story to start. So, maybe like a year and a half ago, when I first moved countries to New Zealand from France, I decided to go all in on my own business to help business owners make more money through digital marketing. And so at the time, I didn't really have any clients because all of the past clients I had were basically just like experience, and I did work for them for free in exchange for a testimonial proving that I could do the work that I was capable of doing and talking about. So I did that first, and at a certain point I got to the point where I was like, I need to get paid from this. I need to start making a living from this, or else I'm never gonna get anywhere. So what did I do? Because at the time I was an introverted, pretty not very social person, and over the course of a year and a half I was able to completely, utterly change everything from the fucking ground up. Now, how did I do this? I planned myself very meticulously on a day-to-day basis. I would either do one of three things. One, I would go to a networking event and I would speak with random people to get comfortable at speaking with random people and starting up conversations from scratch. Two, I did some business door-to-door sales. So what I ended up doing is I ended up like picking one specific area for the day, and I would go through that entire area in person, showing up and talking to the business owner and saying like, hey, I do digital marketing. I just thought going door to door to talk with you guys, see if you guys needed anything. I looked at your stuff online. I saw that you could use some of this, and then basically get rejected a lot until I managed to land one client in the city where I'm located. And honestly, over the course of like 9 or 10 months, we had a pretty good thing going. We were doing a lot of things. I was doing the content on social media. I was doing, what else was I doing? Yeah, I was doing a lot of things because I was directing the content. So I was telling the shop guys what to do, and I was telling the clients what to do, and I was telling people what to do, and I was also managing the relationship with my client. And so managing your relationship with your client is one of the most important things that you'll find when you're doing business. The first thing is social interaction, being really good at social interaction, not only persuading people that you are a good option to work with and you can help them achieve their goals, but also that you can manage their expectations and you can manage their emotions on a day-to-day basis. Those are the two things I learned over the past year and a half. It's almost going to be 2 years now. It's just crazy to think about. And the third thing that I ended up doing was cold approaching women on the street. Just like going out there, going on dates, asking for women's numbers, doing a bunch of stuff that I had never done before. And so I just put together a whole amount of things that I had never done before, and I just put them all in a ball, and I just went, okay, we're gonna do this. And every single day I would just shoot boom, 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 every single day. Just more and more and more. And the key here was volume, right? Volume is one of the most important things that you need to keep in mind, because you need exposure to these things so that you can get good at them. It's like when you sink like 1,000, 2,000, fucking 5,000, I don't even know how much you want to sink into a video game. The more hours you sink into it, the more you're gonna, like, the better you're gonna get at it. Like, that's as simple as it is. If you take the video game seriously, you're going to get good at it by the simple fact that you have a lot of hours sunk into it. And so this is the same concept with literally everything. If you're an introvert, like I was before, now I kind of consider myself an opportunist. When I just need to do something, I do it. And even though I can keep myself reserved from time to time, I can also put on the act whenever I need to, if you know what I mean. Some people are born in an extroverted environment, and so they have an easier time taking care of their social skills. But not everybody is the same, right? That's why you have people that are categorized as introverts, and some people are categorized as extroverts. And some people can do both. And the people who can do both are trained. They usually are an introverted person who trained themselves over a long period of time on how to become extroverted. And they can put it on. They can put the mask on, they can go like this, and boom, they're extroverted now. So, you know what I mean? Like, the whole point of social interaction and being good at it is to help you grasp the opportunities that you would not have gotten if you didn't speak up, or you didn't talk to that person, or you didn't engage in conversation, or you didn't say anything. If you always keep quiet, and if you always do the bare minimum and you don't really do anything, what's going to happen is you're just going to float through life with no real purpose whatsoever. One of my mentors, one thing he kept saying over and over was, if you want to make money, you need to talk to people. If you want to get paid, and if you want to have a client, you're going to have to talk to one of those clients and persuade them that you are a good investment in order to help them. If you don't convince them, or if you don't persuade them, you're not getting paid. Like, that's period. So might as well become good at social interaction, because if you don't become good at social interaction, nothing's gonna happen. And you can see this in a lot of different places. In a lot of different places and a lot of different people, what ends up happening is the most social people get the most opportunities. The most social people get the most things done in a group aspect. And I used to be a very introverted person, and I used to not care, and I used to be like, just like keeping to myself, not really saying anything, not really approaching women, not really doing like anything at all. I was just doing my own stuff, you know what I mean? And one day I was like, you know what? I've been stuck in this fucking loop for way too long. And I've got people telling me, hey, you should do this. You should become good at social interaction. You should be good at talking to people. Because talking to people is what opens doors for you. That's the whole point of talking. In today's society, is one of the most beneficial times on the planet, with the internet, social media, communication being at an all-time high. You can communicate with a lot of people. A lot of opportunities are out there if you know how to speak well, if you know how to talk well, if you know how to do things socially better than everybody else. The whole point of being good in a social interaction is so that you can get what you want every single time. Because the whole point is, if you keep developing your skills, right, you're going to get to the point where nobody can really match who you are. And then at that point, you'll truly have understood what charisma is. Charisma is basically becoming the most magnetic person in a room. When you're talking or when you're not talking, you have this interesting energy, like even aura about you, and people feel drawn to you in a certain way that they can't explain, and they want to be around you all the time. They want to hang around you, they want to talk to you, they want to get your opinion on something, they want to get your help on literally anything. They want to hang around you because it feels nice to hang around you. Let me repeat that. It feels nice to be around you. And as soon as you discover this way of thinking, whenever you're going about your day-to-day life, if you make people feel better by simply being around you, feeling more safe, feeling more trustworthy, feeling more confident, feeling more inspired, feeling more happy, feeling more strong, feeling more motivated, all of these things, all of these emotions, if you can help lift people up around you, you'll be able to get a lot more done. Like, imagine you know a bunch of people and they know you, right? And imagine you're the most charismatic person on the planet. Whenever you're talking to them, they're gonna do what you say, just by the simple fact that they don't want to get rid of this source of energy that is coming from you. You can do this with women very easily, and I don't recommend doing this for an evil purpose or doing it for bad intentions. You can test this yourself. When you're attracting a woman and you're speaking to her and you want to, like, basically just get in bed with her or whatever, or like get into a relationship with her, I guess. What you can do is you can put on this act, or you can make sure that you're very charismatic all the time, and then one day fucking disappear, completely disappear. And if she texts you first and she's like, where are you, what are you doing, da, da, da. Can we do this, are you here, hello, that means she's hooked on your energy. Because women are very emotional creatures. So at the end of the day, if you can understand emotion and you can understand feeling and energy around you and the vibe, as someone would say today, well, you can mostly do whatever you want, basically. Like, don't be a fucking dickhead about it, but you can basically do whatever you want as soon as you have that energy at your disposal. If you can summon that energy out of thin air when you're talking to people and they love it, they'll love you, they'll love being around you, they'll love the feeling of being around you. That's the whole point. And so if you can do this, you'll unlock so many opportunities, so many unfair, it's kind of like an unfair advantage when you actually think about it. When you actually think about it, communication is one of the most beneficial skills that you can develop as a human today. Because if you can mediate, or if you can convince, or if you can persuade, or if you can tell people what to do, and they do it, and they listen to you, and they want to be around you, the whole point of anything you want to do will become so much more easier. You cannot make money without working and speaking to anybody. It's very, 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 very rare. It's almost impossible. The whole point of money is that it is a currency that is believed by other people, as that is why it works. If nobody believed in money and nobody cared about it, nobody would give a fuck how much money you made. And in that case, nobody would care how much money you need or you have. Same thing. The whole point of being good at making money or being good at becoming wealthy is that you have skills and you have spoken to people, and those people have been persuaded that they should give you the money instead of someone else. That is the same thing for a job when you go through the job interview. It's the same thing if you have your own business, and if you're working with a business like another business, or if you're selling products to clients, why should they buy from you? And it is the same thing if you're working as a freelancer or a contractor or like a mercenary. They're paying you to do a job, right? Why would they pick you over someone else? Yeah. And if you are good at communicating, if you're good at sales, which is an inherent part of it, if you're good at sales, if you're good at psychology and speaking to people, you'll always, most of the time, get what you want. Or something close to it. I personally can't even tell you the entire list of things that has benefited me in my life by simply being good at talking. Recently, I've been doing more of this social experiment where I've been going to the same coffee shop over and over every single day over the past couple of months. So if you live in Auckland, you might see me once in a while. Who knows? If you see me, just come say hi. Who cares? Like, I'm happy to have a chat. Just don't be a fucking, just I'm a human. I'm not some fucking celebrity, all right? So I've been going to the same coffee shop over and over, and so sometimes I see the same regulars, and sometimes if they look interesting to me, I'll strike up a conversation with them, and I'll just be myself, like fully. Like I'll just be like, "You're here pretty often. What are you doing? Like, I see you working on your computer. What do you do for work?" And then I'll start a conversation and blah blah blah, and then I might get their contact information if I feel like they're a good investment to have in my back pocket. But if not, then I'll just have a chat to have a chat. You know what I mean? And people, the more you do this, the more people will want to be around you, because it feels nice to be understood. It feels nice to be acknowledged. Because not that many people do that around here. Not that many people today acknowledge others as real human beings. Because everybody's extremely selfishly orientated on themselves. And so they forget that other people actually have their own lives and have their own shit going on. So the more you can summon empathy towards others, the more you can become better at social interaction, because you're putting yourself in their shoes. You're being like, okay, if I was that person, what would I like for it right now to happen? And then just start talking about it. And then if you don't want to talk, just don't talk. Like, nobody's forcing you. You know what I mean? Like, I go to the coffee shop and there are some days where I don't even talk to a single person. Zero. Nothing. But there are some days where I might talk to 5, 6, 7 people. It just it is what it is. You know what I mean? So if you aren't really good at social interaction, you're not really positive that you can actually do it, I suggest you start small. Just start with regular conversations. Start with smiling and saying hi and good morning, and yeah, it's a good day today. The sky's blue. It's good weather, like maybe it's a bit cold, but could always go to the beach and like do a barbecue or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like. And just be yourself. Be yourself. Like, don't care about what others have to think. Like, yesterday I was sitting to 2 people and I thought I recognized one of them from an event I went to, and I was like, "Aren't you in construction?" And I just talked to his friend. I was like, "Isn't he in construction?" And he was like, "Yeah, actually he's a project manager." And I was like, "Aha, thought so." And then I just went back to work. And that's it. I just wanted to express myself. That's it. As simple as that is, you gotta just do that. It's not complicated. So if you want to get better at social interaction, what you just need to do is be yourself. Just repeat it over and over. Get a good amount of volume in. Even if it feels scary, even if it like you feel a bit stressed or anxious at the start, you still need to go through it. That's what I did, and I've overcame that. Like, I don't even know if you would call it fear, or if you call it just like a shit feeling. I don't know. I don't care. But once you surmounted that, you'll be much more grateful to have those skills of communication at your disposal. And with that said, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching until the end of the video. As per usual, it is a beautiful day today, and we are going to get back to work, because work is all there is for the purpose. Yep, it's a bit chilly today in Auckland, which is funny because in the US it's summer, and in the Auckland, in the New Zealand, Australia, all that southern hemisphere, it's actually winter. So yeah. So with that said, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching until the end of the video, as per usual. If you want to recommend me some topics, feel free to do so in the comments. If you have any questions, advice, or want some feedback, chuck that in the comments as well. Happy to give you some or receive some. And with that said, I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Have a great day. It's time to get back to work, and I will see you tomorrow. See ya.